All right, it's June 24th, 2026, and I'm gonna be talking about focus. So, my focus is not great, and everyone's focus on earth is not great. No one could focus and sit down and do quality work for an hour, let alone 8 hours or these long periods of time of work. It's so fucked. Cause even when I'm talking right now, I feel like my focus is like it's polluted, bro. Like I'm fucking ADHD and shit. But yeah, really, how to build focus? That's the question. How do you build focus? And not in like a way where people are like, oh, just do this, do that, or I don't know. For focus, people be like, just meditate. Meditation is good. But think of what kills your focus first before we go into like how to actually improve it. Because if you're sabotaging your levels of focus, then there's kind of like there's only so much practice you could do if you're sabotaging your focus other ways. Now I'm gonna name off some sabotages for focus, and these things literally kill it. Number one is the obvious one, you've heard it, scrolling. But really, what is scrolling? Scrolling is doing something without any intent. Scrolling, you could even compare this shit to gambling, because it's like you don't know what you're gonna get. And that's why it's so fun to scroll. So that is like a big attention focus, because you're just kind of like without any purpose doing things, and you're gonna see that intent is very big with focus. If you're moving without intent on anything you do, it's probably not good for you. Okay, that shit kills focus. To say another one that kills focus, this one is overeating or eating the wrong types of foods. And this is anything that for you personally makes you maybe foggy headed, makes you sleepy. Any foods like that, they kill your focus too. They don't motivate you to push harder. Always eat foods that keep you light on your feet and fucking agile, ready for anything. Eat foods that let you still have strong mental clarity. And you gotta like if you don't know what foods are good for mental clarity for you, or mental and the ones that to avoid mental fog, you gotta really experiment yourself. Like don't trust the internet so much. Like don't trust what people are saying online, even me. Like really apply that shit yourself. Put it into test yourself and see what works for you. For me, for instance, a food that's really like great for me for mental clarity and I could still operate like the same and perfectly is like hard-boiled eggs with some garbanzo beans and some avocado. Like that shit works. That shit works for me. It's like some Mediterranean shit. I don't know, not really with avocado, but that shit is nice. So find what works for you, really. Another thing that kills focus. music. And this one sucks. It kind of does suck. I like listening to music, but this one, it's so true. You know, and I wish it wasn't true in a way, but it's so true. Music is big kill to your focus and concentration. And I'm specifically talking about music in the sense of like, picture this, a person is studying on their computer and they are working on schoolwork, trying to get it done before midnight. Now, they have their AirPods on, they're listening to songs and shit, but they're changing the song every single time. Like every song they're changing it, or it's just running through a playlist. That is like, that's killing your focus, man. If you're switching songs every couple minutes, it's killing your focus. And it kills it because in every song, okay, say a hype song comes on, you get energy, you know, you feel like you get energy. And then say the next song, it's more like balanced, slow, and you know that energy you felt like starts to come down. Music is not consistent, it's not balanced unless you play the same one on loop. Now that could be made an argument like as an exception, but it still has to be kind of specific, because even if you really like a song and you play that shit on loop, but beforehand you've also had memories with this song doing other things completely unrelated to what you're trying to do with music, you could get into a memory loop. And this is why music is forbidden in the Quran, and a lot of geniuses too. They kind of like warn people about music, how it's a big memory loop. And what that means is, you're just, when you hear music playing, when you hear Summertime Sadness, when you hear these songs, you know, they get you to think about the past. They get you to think about, oh, I was with my buddies here and we were listening to this together, and it was such a great time, you know, back in 2020, you know, whatever the fuck. And it's distracting, you know, like you're not present. If you're in the past, you're not present. And that's really what is focus. It's being in the present. So there we go. And I'm thinking of all these off the top of my head. Like, I don't like doing notes and shit. Or I mean, I do notes, but not for these videos. So now we covered three major things that kill focus. Hopping over to how to actually achieve focus. How to achieve a state of presence. How to be one with what you're doing and where you are. AKA centering yourself. Now, this is a gradual process, remember. This is not something like a light switch where you flip on and off. For the majority of the people, we are in the matrix, and our mind is polluted with things we do that we shouldn't do because they're keeping us broke. Pollution is in the head. Fog is in the head. This is a gradual process Focus is being in the moment. How are you in the moment? You literally have to consciously think. You have to center yourself, bring yourself back to where you are currently. And you do this through stillness, meaning you wake up in the morning, don't grab your phone, don't play music right away, don't start scrolling. You sit in silence, you embrace the silence. That's what it is, man. And that's the part. People are scared of sitting in silence. They're scared of silence. No one sits in silence for 30 minutes a day. Like, just silence, nothing, no stimulation from watching, no doing, just silence. This will increase your awareness. It will increase your presence. And you must do it with intent. You must say to yourself, I am improving my focus and my presence with intent while you're doing it. If you don't have that intent to improve your attention, it won't happen. Because you'll still be wandering. You'll still be you'll be overthinking in your head, having dialogues, conversations in your head about random shit. That's not what sitting in silence means. Sitting in silence is literally you're taking in nothing. You're just embracing what's around you. Not in your head. You're not living in the future plans. You're not looking back at the past, reminiscing. You are centered, human. Okay, you are on earth, wherever you are on earth, and really what I'm saying is, slow down the race that's going on in your head, to jump from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And that's really what focus is that presence. It's where you're at, what you have around you. And this leads me to, like, I thought I had when I broke into a higher level of consciousness. And it was like how, like, where am I right now? Where am I? And people would take it usually as, like, in the literal sense. And yeah, like, literally, where am I? I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment, living with my brother and my mom. We all share the room. This fucking sucks. This is not what I want. This is not what I accept. So where are you, and what's causing you to be in this position wherever you are? Because wherever you are in life, it's your doing, your actions got you there. The saying is true, if you show me your actions, I could tell you who you're gonna be. It's true. Whatever you're doing, you are. So be very careful what you do, what you watch, what you say, what you think. Make sure what you say and what you do align. Make sure what you think and what you say align with what you're doing. And how to align that? It all goes back to a fucking gradual process, and I hate this shit. I hate saying this shit. I'm 20. At 18, 17, I was all about quickness, all about, like, no, bro, it needs to be done in a week. You know, I gotta fucking change my personality. I gotta be a new person in a week or 2 weeks. This is it's it only leads to disappointment. It leads to like feeling like, fuck, bro, I'm not good enough, or I'm not, like, I'm behind and shit. It leads to this weird thinking of like how I don't know how people expect to just completely change in 2 weeks. Like it's a gradual, man. It's so gradual. It takes a long time, and really knowing that kind of is more calming. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go with the flow, keep having intent, and keep taking gradual action. It's all about falling down, getting up. It's the whole concept. If you're a person struggling to lose weight, and no, I'm gonna use another example. If you're a person playing video games for way too long during the day, and it's affecting your career, it's affecting your work, it's affecting you improving as a person overall, you cannot just cold turkey it and stop and just like throw the control away, stop playing forever. Because believe me, I've done it. I've tried that. You must gradually take your foot off the pedal. Okay. And a good example is, think of a car that's going 180 miles an hour and you just slam the brakes. Like there's no like feathering the brakes to slow down. It's just like you slam the brakes. You cannot stop the car. If you're at a red, you cannot stop the car in time. You're going too fast. You decided to wait for just one big, slam on the brakes. That's basically that one big cut off. There's no stopping that shit. Like you'll fucking crash. That's why it has to always be gradual. It has to be, you feather the brakes. Okay, you feather the video games. Less like you play 8 hours a day, you knock it a 7, you knock it a 6. Wherever you feel comfortable knocking it to. And it's not like something you need to be like completely conscious of, but just be conscious of how it's a waste of time and it's boring. Cause really it's boring. Like if anyone tells me they're having fun playing video games, they could be having fun playing with their friends or with family. But if they're playing alone, I don't believe it. And I don't believe it because I think it would be more fun for every human for every guy to work on a mastery and development and make money. Like that's way more fun. That just is. Being a real master in the world. That's fucking cool.